fucking wild.
What the fudge?
Oh my god.
What are the reports? Women's laughter? Oh, face. I've got the face. I got the face, look.
What?
Look.
Is it doing it?
Yeah, that one just went.
That one just went.
It is with us, boys and ghouls. How you all doing? Sometimes Paranormal TV can be really bad.
God world made flesh commands you in the name of the Father. You came to
What was that? Whoa! Please tell me about that.
What? Did you actually hear
What was that?
Thankfully, there are 3 people.
No. Oh, he's gone off.
You boys! Come out of the shadows and talk to us. We're not frightened of you. I'm really frightened.
Me.
No.
Stop it. Stop. Wait till I ask a question. Are you evil? What's for yes, 2 for no?
Other times, it can actually be really good. As a debunker, people like Kieran O'Keefe, Dr. Chris French, they have influenced me. But so did Taps. Now, Taps influenced me in some ways badly, reading too much into EMF, but, you know, times were different back then, we didn't know any better. But also, Taps were the first paranormal investigation team that I ever saw debunk somebody. Not only debunk somebody, but outright catch them faking, and then bring the evidence of them faking to their faces. And that in turn has influenced me every bit as much as Kieran O'Keefe or Chris French. We're going to travel back in time. We're going to do a little look-see into the past of Taps, where Jason Hawes looked older than he does now, somehow. The man's a vampire, lock up the virgins, he's bathing in blood. So this episode takes place at Moss Beach Distillery, and I'll never eever forget it. I sat in the living room at a friend's house, and the lights wobbling, and they hear like a witch's laugh, and I believe it was called Widow's Watch. Now, I can't play the full episode because of copyright and stuff. Let's take a look. Now, this is obviously going to be sped up and stuff to avoid the copyright issues I had with my previous Taps video, because I've only ever made one because it got copyright claimed by the network, not by Taps themselves.
So a lady laughing. Ladies' room. What are the reports? Women's laughter? What? As soon as we opened the door, we heard a woman laughing. Who's that laughing they thought it was? Where's it coming from? Right there?
How many teams could have walked in there, heard that exact same thing, and just gone, oh, it's a ghost? Not these people. What? Because it's out of the ordinary. A little too out of the ordinary, so they just lift a ceiling tile and put a camera up in there. Things that I do at locations when I hear things where I'm like, is this too good to be true? Because normally, when things are too good to be true, they are.
A speaker. What? Well, let's see if we can lift this crap up. Yep. See what's up there. It's a speaker.
So they climb up.
Oh, yeah.
Get a camera and a torch in there. Boom. There's a little speaker box attached to some sort of sensor on the door. This is brilliant. Debunking. All the way back when Jason Hawes looked older than he does now.
Sensor right here. Where is it? On the door? Yeah. Right, close the door. See if it goes up.
There's a sensor on top of the door.
Well, come on. What's that all about? We're able to trace the sensors back to on the door. So pretty much when anybody comes in there, they're going to hear that. This mirror is misplaced, dude. Is there anything running to this thing? I got power behind this mirror, man. Yeah, what's with this? It's got a film on it. And I noticed that there's a mirror that just seems out of place, and it seems like it's got some film on the cover of it.
Oh dear. So they look at a mirror, they notice a film. They tap the mirror, confirm it's a film. And then they tap in it, they're looking with torches, and they actually catch the reflection that people are catching. This is fantastic stuff. This is the stuff that I would love to capture. But locations in the UK, they tend not to try this thing.
Oh, face. I've got the face. I got the face, look.
What?
The face behind this.
Yeah, there's a hole in the wall behind it. Dude, these people, what? You didn't mention any of this crap.
We were able to figure out that they have a hole cut in the wall behind that mirror, and they have a mask in there. So,
the bloody cheek of them. Imagine back in the day if they'd called Most Haunted. Most Haunted would have fallen for all of this. Imagine back in the day, imagine Zach Baggins had started a few years earlier. He'd never have done this. This was the episode that completely blew my mind apart, that TV was probably not what it claimed to be. And the Taps were legitimate. This was the one for me where I was like, ooh, paranormal. It's full of bad actors. This episode completely blew my mind. It was always my favourite episode. Everyone else's is like the St. Augustine Lighthouse where that thing leans over. I still don't know what that is. Is it somebody up there? Potentially. Is it a bird? Potentially. Because TV editing, TV networks and their input into the show. I've never really asked Jason about it. Maybe I should one day. that I would question pales in comparison to Taps just outright going, they're faking this. I thought he was incredible. I wish the show did more of this. And I've spoken to Jason about this episode in particular, and he's like, this is the route we wanted to go, but the TV network wanted the scary stuff. They didn't want this debunking stuff. Sprinkles of debunkings were fine, but debunking every location? TV networks didn't want that. That's the route Jason and Grant want. That's the route they wanted to go down.
Good door, look at that. Hey, watch you get the full effect. Oh.
It's actually got a lamp behind it, so it's going to give the illusion of something appearing in the mirror while you're looking at yourself. Well, I guess there's a ladies' bathroom debunked.
But imagine calling in what even then was perceived to be the most legitimate of the TV paranormal lot and trying to pull a fast one on them. The balls. So the next clip, they go into the bar where lampshades are rumoured to swing. And this was brilliant as well.
Well, what's interesting is look at these things. See how they're all solid?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get up there.
No, you're not climbing anymore today.
I'm a monkey at heart, dude. You see the rubber fitting there?
Yeah, like a pressure fitting.
Oh, if we could get up above this, man.
Pressure fitting. Oh, we need to get above there. They could have just guessed it, but no. They go a stage further. And I've done this at a haunted location. I basically was like, I want to see the blueprints and I want to look for this staircase that people have told me is hidden behind that wall, and it wasn't there. So I debunked the guessing debunks there.
You gotta look out, you got sprinkler lines.
Alright, I'm going up.
Luckily, the plumbers, they'll know where a sprinkler line is. I would, because I used to help in installation of them as part of my job as a fucking nobody cares.
I mean, you're looking for the chandeliers over the bar.
Okay. Well, Jay, what I got here, 4 timers here.
4 timers, all wired into those 4 bar lights. Shocking behaviour, right?
Electric cables that must do something in this box, which has a pneumatic device which is maintaining an air pressure, which is then releasing through these small lines out in the direction of the chandeliers. So I'm willing to bet that this controls chandeliers. In fact, I'm going to try and get closer to those chandeliers, all right?
All right, just be careful.
Okay, I do see the device. Those pneumatic lines that come from that device tie into something here that looks like a light socket. What we got is a 2x4 with a bracket on it and a pneumatic arm that's going to a bar attached to the light fixture. And what you get is this effect when the air pressure gets in there.
Oh, yeah, here we go, yeah.
So they climb up into the ceiling, they trace wires, they trace air lines, they find the compressor, and then the compressor's off, so they squeeze the line, and this is the result. Fantastic.
I got it.
Is it doing it?
Yeah, that one just went.
That one just went, okay, because I'm pushing the button on.
Do it again. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, but
And that's just with him squeezing the airline as opposed to turning on the compressor. And obviously the building had turned off the power, or taps turn off the power when they go into locations, because EMF was a big thing back then. How cool. I'd have loved to have been involved in something like this. I'd love to go to a location and catch them like this. But I don't tend to go to locations and things happen, so maybe this is why locations try not to fake stuff.
You have these things going on timers. They go off one by one. You know, that's not going to look like an earthquake.
Oh, yeah, look at that thing.
All set on
These guys have
timers.
built complex machines, pneumatic on timers to make the chandeliers move. It's a conscious effort to try to deceive people into thinking
And that's the big word there, deceive people. They are making a conscious effort to deceive people, and they probably thought taps were going in there and giving them some free advertising. I wonder what happened to the business after this.
the place is haunted.
I'm like disgusted right now.
What claims do they make that we haven't, that aren't fake? You know?
How do you know?
Things levitating.
How do you know?
I mean, that we haven't discovered is fake.
But how do you know any of it's real anymore?
We don't.
True, and that's the sad part when you catch a team faking or a location faking, is you then question everything. You question the history, you question the owners, you question the staff, you just don't believe anything. I have seen teams that I have trusted and enjoyed over the years fake, and then I'm done with them. I can't trust a thing that they do or say. For example, any paranormal activity in a Taps video with Grant involved, I have to question that. I found myself disbelieving after the hood pull, the biggest video on this channel. I'll link it at the end. Really sad. And so we move on to our next clip. Ghost hunters aboard the Queen Mary, was it? I think it was Queen Mary, where the bed apparently makes itself. Oh, I vaguely remember this one. There was a pause in the camera. Vaguely remember this one. Let's take a look.
Son of a gun. Yeah.
I got you?
You got me there. Got my heart racing a little bit.
This is interesting. The bed is all disheveled.
Apparently there was a tape change. I think Grant did the tape change, and we know I've got my suspicions about Grant. But Dave and Tango go in there, and the bed is all dishevelled.
Whoa.
Grant says he made it.
He did. I saw him make it. Steve, are you gonna review that footage?
Yep, right now.
Good man. I want to see what happened with that. That's weird.
Dave and I went into room B340 to change the high 8 tape, and when we did, I noticed that the covers to the bed were down, and I got pretty excited because I knew that's the kind of phenomenon we're trying to capture in that room. This would be amazing if we get this on video. Now I'm going to manually fast forward. Oh, boy.
What the? Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Now, through that little viewfinder, you're not going to see trickery and things. Fair. Because I've seen things in viewfinders that when you watch on a full monitor to edit your investigations, you're like, oh, that was nothing. The opposite can be said, that people can trick things in the viewfinders and you won't see it, like people throwing things at locations that are stood right next to you.
Are you and David going to be hanging in that room?
We came in this room and the bed was disheveled.
So rewound the tape to the beginning, press play, and I fast forwarded until I saw the bed unmake itself. Are you serious?
Dead serious.
Me and Grant are going to be on our way.
They shut this room off purposely because people would stay in the room and the sheets would get pulled right off. What are you talking about?
Let me see this. Let me see this.
So they call in Jason and Grant to take a look at the footage.
Freaking wild. What the fudge?
Oh my God.
When we saw the footage of the covers actually moving down the bed, it was astonishing. All the claims that they had said about...
There were two cuts there. Now, knowing what I know, I can see the two cuts. But there's still a bit of motion as well. So there's obviously somebody paused the video, gone in there, pulled the sheet, walked back around, stopped the video again.
That room looked like they were true.
I was like, am I actually seeing what happened? I was so in shock. I couldn't believe it. I mean, it correlated to all the stories we had heard about what had happened in this room, and here it is happening on our videotape.
This is it. This is perfect. We set up this trap for this ghost, and it worked. It's freaking wild.
I know, but watch. So you see that?
Yeah.
Dave Tango brought this out. That's because someone paused the tape. Pause and unpause would give you that little fluctuation.
What fluctuation?
Watch. Look at the top of that comforter. See it up, and then all of a sudden it goes down and the tape flickers? See?
Oh, yeah, look at
That
that.
happens twice. So somebody pulled the covers
serious?
somehow, pressed pause,
Just paused and came back here.
came back, pulled the covers again, and kept doing that to give that effect.
So that they wouldn't see him.
What?
Dave explained to me how they use old school camera tricks, things like that, and it made sense. I could see that it was clearly tampered with.
But how are they? I mean, you can see the floor. How
Because they're back there, they pull it, press pause, come over here, whatever they're doing, reset, push again. There's two doors, somebody came in, two people.
You know what? Put it on a bigger screen. See if you can see a shadow. See if you can see anything. When we first saw the footage of the covers actually
Ooh, spicy.
moving down the bed, there was going to be no way to debunk this. And then we realized that somebody had messed with the camera and tried to make it seem like the covers were moving down by themselves.
My heart couldn't have sank any further. I mean, it was just like I was on top of a roller coaster.
Oh, I've seen online speculation that it was Grant that did this. I've seen people saying online that Grant had said he was going to bed and he paused the camera to get changed, but I've not seen that in this episode, so maybe after the hood pull, people got more suspicious of Grant and then have misremembered things. Reddit is full of stuff about how Grant is fake this, fake that, and I have looked, and I can't see the evidence that people on Reddit are saying is out there.
And I was immediately at the bottom.
When we realized that somebody had tampered with our equipment, I was really, really hurt and disappointed, and that's an understatement.
This is the only part of the ship that's around where people are sleeping. We have to prop the door open. Okay, where does this go?
We take a really freaking small ass person.
Let me see if I can fit through there. Upon investigation, we found that there was a door that you could get through behind the camera. You could enter this room easy without changing the light in the room.
Yep, just go over and tap the pause button.
Somebody just pressed pause, walked around to the secret compartment, pulled the bed, walked back round, pressed play. Oh, sorry, pressed record, back round. Disgusting.
Put that tape in your high 8 and hook it to the monitor downstairs and just play it. Okay. See if you can see under the bed, see if you can see beside the bed, see if you can see a shadow, see if you can see anything.
Listen to audio.
Listen to audio. Well, I would think if you're going to hit pause on the camera, you hear a beep when you hit the pause.
Oh, Jay, you can hear the beep on the camera just like you said.
That's what we were just talking about.
Listen.
Oh, I heard a click.
You can almost hear after that too, like a door open and close.
That's the one part of the whole ship that is around where people sleep.
You know, and they may almost get away with it if it wasn't for that last piece where they effed up and the comforter was different.
That was a good catch, man.
Thank you.
Nice job.
Visual, digital analysis. Now, people often say things like you can't debunk locations without being there. That could have been debunked without being there. Obviously, these guys have debunked it themselves while they're there. But if, for example, I was debunking back then and Jason and me had got the friendship, he could have sent it to me and been like, you need to see this. The ghost sheet pulls, and it's like, actually, there's two cuts in the video. So you don't always need to be on location to debunk. It was cool that these guys were on location and did debunk. Looking at the Reddit threads, the claims of Grant causing this just don't seem to be true. So there we go. Back in the day, taps. These specific clips are in my head as the debunks. These are the specific clips that I remember where I was like, it opened a whole new world to me. And while I was out after watching Most Haunted and Taps, going to haunted locations and wondering why I wasn't getting things thrown at me, why I couldn't get knocks on command, it wasn't because I was a bad investigator. It's because the people that I investigated with didn't fake, or the locations we went to weren't faking anything, and it's still something that happens now, that people don't fake around me in locations. Even if they are rumoured to fake, they've never really pulled anything around me. Well, I think one did, but I can't prove it. This is the type of thing that spurred me on as a debunker. Kieran O'Keefe calling things out, and you know, Kieran O'Keefe was always the villain of Most Haunted. Taps going into these two apparently very haunted locations and coming up with answers as to what was going on, and it was fakery. So I was looking on Reddit for the episode numbers because I was going to see if I could actually record the episodes properly and then try to avoid copyright. Basically, I found them through YouTube, other people uploading clips and stuff, and absolutely fantastic that back then these guys were debunking on mainstream TV. But this influenced me more than people running and screaming. This is kind of why, this is pretty much why I do what I do. Down to Taps, down to Kieran O'Keefe, back to James Randi. I believed Yuri Geller when I was a kid, and then James Randi absolutely destroyed it. So there we go, a little trip down memory lane, and basically one of the reasons why I do what I do. Okay, I don't do it in their manner, I'm not as polite about it, and I make jokes at people and I rip people, but this was the start of it for me. All the way back then. Taps, Kieran O'Keefe, James Randi, these are the things that formulated in my brain that we need to get to the truth of the paranormal. So do let me know if you enjoyed this down in the comment section down below. It's nice to make a positive video, right? It's nice to look at my influences and be like, that was really cool. Well, I hope it was anyway. If you want more debunks, they'll be happening later in the week. Much love to you all. Beardo out.